you all for this virtual international conference on women's social and economic issues and challenges, the Global Women's Conclave 2021. Welcome. Women empowerment is all about equipping women and allowing women to make all the decisions related to their life through different problems in society. Empowerment includes raising women's status through education, career, literacy, training, and other aspects of life. This is for promoting a women's self-worth and their ability to do things based on their own choices and their rights to influence social change for themselves and others. This conference is mainly aimed to discuss on the issues and challenges of women in the society. Let's start this program with invocation and prayer song. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. As per the quotes of Margaret Thatcher, we have seen the founder president of the Association for Women Empowerment and Child Development, Dr. Subhathra, as an example for her actions. Now I call upon her for delivering the welcome note for the day. Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful introduction for the International Virtual Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. So we all have gathered here for the Global Women's Conclave 2021 in this auspicious day from the different parts of country as well as from Tamil Nadu and all over the globe from UK, Indonesia, Greece and Egypt. And it's my duty to welcome each and every one of you assembled here today virtually in this international virtual conference, which is going to address on various issues and challenges economically and socially faced by women all over the world. I take the opportunity to welcome our most honorable person who is going to deliver here presidential address, Dr. R. Nageshwari ma'am, Head of the Department of Economics, Sitalakshmi Achi College for Women, Pallatur, Tamil Nadu. Hearty welcome to you, ma'am, for your presence and guiding the Global Women Conference today.
Thank you, ma'am.
My hearty welcome to the Global Brand Ambassador of MSME Startup Forum, Bharat, Ahmedabad, India, Srimati Anar Mehta, ma'am, the founder and president of Shrishti Bharat Foundation, very interested person to address on women issues. I welcome you on behalf of the Association of Women Empowerment and Child Development. Hearty welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And my hearty welcome goes to beloved sister and my dear professor from Indonesia, who is present here today to address on the women issues today, Dr. Mutmaina, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Universitas Al-Azhar Manja. Welcome, hearty welcome to you, ma'am.
Welcome.
And I also welcome Rania Lombo, who is present from the Greece, a global educator, STEM instructor, neuroeducation researcher, Greek Ministry of Education and Religious Affairs, Greek Astronomy and Space Company. Hearty welcome to you, ma'am, for your wonderful presence today with us.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure.
I wholeheartedly welcome Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu, As You Can International Foundation from United Kingdom. Hearty welcome to you, dear ma'am. And I also welcome Dr. Mona Thaman, Vice President of Future Leaders International Academy. She is from Egypt. All over today, she accepted our invitation to address in this international virtual conference. Hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Then my duty to welcome a resource person from Ministry of Education, Culture and Research Technology, Indonesia, Dr. Eni Kuswati. Hearty welcome to you, ma'am. And my duty to welcome all the speakers from our country, India, Dr. Shanti Saravanan, ma'am. She is the director of Taru Fine Arts Global Cultural Arts Forum, Sunstar Artists and Taru Financial Services, India. Hearty welcome to you on behalf of the Association of Women Empowerment and Child Development, all the faculties and the participants present here. And I welcome Thiruvalar Chelvi, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, PSY Arts and Science College, Arasanur, Sivagangai District. Hearty welcome, ma'am. Then my welcome goes to Dr. APS Gandhimati, ma'am, Faculty of Commerce, Government of Arts and Science College, Arpukotai, Virudhunagar District, Tamil Nadu, India. And I also welcome Dr. Bulomin Reggie. She is my beloved friend from Thoothukudi District in Tamil Nadu, Assistant Professor of Commerce, St. Mary's College, Autonomous. Hearty welcome to you, dear ma'am. Then last but not least, I welcome my beloved friend and professor from the Department of Mathematics, Manonmaniam Sundana University, Tirunelveli, Assistant Professor, Mrs. Valiyamal, ma'am. Hearty welcome, ma'am. And last but not least, once again, I welcome each and every one of you with the wholehearted welcome to our beloved co-member and the co-organizer of our conference, Dr. S. Selvarani, ma'am, Head and Associate Professor of Commerce, Vidya College for Women, Saraguni. And again, I welcome Dr. S. Krishnakumari, ma'am. She is going to moderate today's conference. Hearty welcome, ma'am. She is Associate Professor of Department of Management Studies, Anand Institute of Higher Education Technology, Higher Technology, Chennai. I think I have covered each and every one of you. It gives me really an immense pleasure to welcome you all. And I take honor and privilege to welcome each and every one of you for the wonderful virtual conference on, which is going to address on women's challenges, economical and social challenges faced by women, and the small and little participants, young participant of today's conference is Tamutra. He is also present today. He asked me, I wanted to meet the global speakers. Then I said, you can also join with us. So welcome, Tamutra, for the international conference. Welcome one and all for the wonderful gathering today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. R. Nageshwari, Head Department of Economics, Sita Lakshmi Archie College for Women, Tamil Nadu, for her presidential address. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Krishna. Welcome to you all virtually present here. It's a real pleasure to be here amidst you for the virtual international conference on women's social and economical issues and challenges. This day is a great occasion for both reflection and introspection. Women are worshipped as goddess in India, but not given their true position. Though there is simple space for improvement and empowerment of women, they are kept under pressure. The problems of women, irrespective of the age or gender discrimination, lack of space of education, dowry, female infanticide, sexual harassment, marital issues, and so on. Ironically, women are not participating actively in their own liberation from low economic status, lack of education, lack of mobility, familial restraints, etc. In order to achieve liberation, women can get support from self-help group, Anganwadis, government schemes, and self-employment. Women are strong at multitasking, innovation, synergy, cooperation, physical strength, and closeness with nature. If due regard is given to them, they will be empowered like Mother Teresa, Indira Gandhi, Kiran Bedi, Oprah Winfrey, Queen Elizabeth, and Kalpana Chawla, and so on. Thank you, one and all, for giving me the golden opportunity for me to give presidential address. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Srimati Anar Mehta, founder and president, Srishti Bharat Foundation Global Brand Ambassador of MSME Startup Forum, Bharat, Ahmedabad, India, for her inaugural address for this Women's Conclave. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the very, very warm welcome. Thank you, Dr. Subhadra, Dr. R. Nageshwari, to give me such a wonderful platform, which is very, very close to my heart. I have my own NGO, Srishti Bharat Foundation, which empowers women locally, nationally, and globally. Women empowerment is very, very important, as women are considered to be the pillars of the society. And I think that when we empower women, we empower our society and thus our nation. I want to just specify a very brief abstract. Maybe I will go offline, but I will just relate to you. Women in India, in general, have never been allowed to fully blossom and putting their just part in the socio-economic development. Their potential has always been undermined, disvalued, and neglected. So making women more progressive, this is the time to unleash the hidden entrepreneurial capabilities of women. Economically secure women will no less than a fountain of resource to the nation, which will bring more employment opportunities, more gross domestic product, and more financial inclusion to the system. Women entrepreneurship can certainly strike some core issues of such social dignity like the patriarchal mindset. It can lessen the domestic violence against women. It can also improve maternal infant healthcare system, as presence of such issues in 21st century is really a misfortune to live with. Plus, an economic status of women leads to the betterment of her social status also. An empowered women can improve the environment of awareness, as today most of the women rights are not in vogue because the awareness level is way below. Why the society is giving a secondary stance to women in labor and in business? It's a misfortune. We, an empowered woman, can improve the environment. Why society is giving a secondary chance? So, to follow rather than lead, a nation can be called a developed one only when the woman is getting equal opportunities in financial matters, is getting proper social representation, and her dignity is duly taken care of. I want to quote a wonderful quote by Malala Yousafzai. She's a women activist. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. Indian society, being a male-dominated society, heavily lacks women participation in workforce and gross domestic product. Currently, startups are totally male-dominated. Only 6% of all startups are run by women. Many reasons contribute to this deficiency, like a patriarchal society, extra attachment to traditional values, lack of education, lack of vocational skills, lack of funding, difficulty in availing loans, poor institutional support to build and guide in business expansion. This whole picture can be justified by structural factors. Thus, the socio-economic issues are concerns regarding the factors that can impact a woman or her family social standings and economic status. Concerns includes ethics, fairness, and results of policies, advocacies in a different standard of treatment and opportunity based on SES. So today I welcome all my lovely sisters, daughters, and dear friends to this wonderful virtual women socio-economic event regarding the issues and challenges which are very, very important in this 21st century. Thank you so much, and I'm eagerly waiting to listen to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, and they need to feel empowered to use it. And people need to be encouraged to listen. It is a quote given by Meghan Markle. Now, we are here for listening the voice of our international speakers and national speakers. It's time for the speaker session. I welcome Dr. Mutmaina, Assistant Professor, Universitas Al Azhar Mandat, Indonesia, for her speech. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon from Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to the moderator, Madam Krishna Kumari, for giving.
Oh, sorry, it's muted. Kindly unmute again.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you to the moderator, Madam Krishna Kumari, for give me a chance right now to speak my topic about empower women. And then thank you so much to my sister, Dr. Subrata, for having me and invite me, Madam Nageswari Perumal and Madam Anar Mehta. I'm totally agree what you're saying about the very important right now. We must be empowered in many aspects. All of the keynote speakers that I see here, we are close friends actually. Rania Lampo and Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth and all of the participants. So allow me to share my screen.
Yes.
I know my time is only
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay. Before that, also thank you to even organizer. This is a Cafe Forum Association for Women Empowerment and Child Development by and for Youth Trust and Publication. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is my little bit my profile. My name is Mutmaina. You can call me Nina. This is for simple name. I am lecturer in the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education at my university. This is some of my national and international organization. Right now, we must be empower women to do the intercollaboration actually. So this is my Scopus ID and also my research ID. So feel free to join and visit my research over there. I choose my topic today about feminism and its other representing the new women in the virtual era, because right now we are going to be digital. Everything will be connecting globally by using the internet. So let's have a look about the women in empowerment. It will be change the world. How we can change the world. Let's have a look about the empowerment itself. This is about giving the power to the men as the delegation and authority to be get access and grow and be strong, like Madam Anar Mehta stated before about we must be getting to be equal in many aspects. So the need empower of women, yeah, totally. The first thing we must be consideration about education, employment, poverty, social issue, and economical issue and legal issue. And also about the social media, why we must be interaction right now, and then we must be adapt with this social media or internet, because today we are connected globally. We are as a human, we are a social, and also the web is a social. Today we are meet in this great event, we sharing, and then we caring the women in all around the world. This is because we are doing this a social community. We are building our social community, and then we can be connected and express ourselves. And the next about people like to be vibrant communities and interact socially. So economy, yeah, we believe right now our topic about social and economic, how we will be do this. Yeah, you know, right now, business and social media, this is as indispensable tool. Right now, how we are empower women in the entrepreneurship to support their economic income. So yeah, about digital era, we are going to be digital. Everything right now handled by the internet, and we are connected globally. So our menu today, we are going to discuss about the importance of diversity in technology industry, social media and culture, cell phone landscape, and globalizing women's studies, people, and possibility. So the importance of diversity in technology industry, right now, we know that so many women are working at the technology or in industry area, but we must understanding and then today's we are in the digital, everything right now, communication, entertainment, we are brought into the internet. So, well, this is the data and the fact about based on the data from the United States about technology sector workplace is dominated by men. Why this is happening? This is still dominated by men than women. So the next about the positive outcome for women in technology technology during the COVID-19. Mostly right now, women believe that they can be working remotely has given them more autonomy, but this is still low data here. I mean that here we get some of the women not confident and not yeah, maybe we are not confident, but also this is happening in the socially about the patriarchy system. Mostly the patriarchy system in the social, like in Indonesia, the man is still a domination for everything in many aspects. So that's why today, why we must be get them to be empowered in the education, employment, and entrepreneurship, and also in digital. So we believe that the women with good communication skill and technology will be appear more comfortable with working. Like today's in Indonesia, mostly the women and girls, they are doing they buy and sell at home by using a social media like Facebook. It supports their economic income. So women in the standby country, actually this is still a little bit, actually we are totally empowered actually, but only this is 56% about the women in the STEM by this country. So that's why today we have responsibility to be empower them into the technology, into the STEM. But again, the data here, we are finding the women in technology workplace statistic, mostly the women, we get the namely discrimination and harassment in our workplace. So this is totally, we get, mostly they are leaving or leave their job in this technology or in the, in the technology or in STEM. So still a low women is in STEM. Yeah, this is the data also from United Kingdom. Some of them still get discrimination in the workplace. So this is very sad for us, and this is our challenge right now because we must be get the equality with the men. But yeah, this is the happening that we still not equality so far. So the rise of women in the technology and social media, I think this is one of the opportunity that we cannot be empower the men, the women in technology and the social media, and they will be get their independent work. Yeah, even they are working at home, they will be free, safe, and comfortable because they are doing their job at home. Like yeah, so many women and girls in Indonesia today supporting their economic income and doing working at home. Yeah, this is a very important. So what about the ICT? Because yeah, you know, mostly the women and girls, they are very low skill in ICT, and we do really hope by representing them in the virtual era, they will be connected globally and doing the collaboration. And this is about ICT can be used to provide special training for them. Yeah, it will be safe for us to avoid or to reduce giving the discrimination and harassment. So training we are doing, yeah, like today's maybe webinar or international webinar by using Zoom. This is we are involved at home, and then we can do some of these home industry, doing home industry, and then it will be mostly the women, they will be free to be get or support their economic income. So we must training them about the how to use the ICT, information communication and technology to support their product, for example, or their home industry. So what about in Indonesia, the key potential advantage of women, you say engineering of digital media in Indonesia? Yeah, Indonesia, like another country, mostly in Indonesia, the women and girls in Indonesia in the media literacy, we are still very low. And then we do really hope the use of ICT, it will be bring a major improvement to the economic, political, and social empowerment. And then this is promotion the gender equality. We believe then what should we do? By ICT, we hope the women and girls, it will be increase their self-confidence, their social status, independent, and alternative presentation and channel for self-expression, new opportunities in the public sphere, and new channel of engagement. Yeah, I think when the women get their like their hobby, and then they are doing their home industry at their home, it will be yeah, raise their status in social status, because they are doing this independently and not only hang on their life with the man or with their husband or something like that. So we believe and we hope building technological information and media fluencies among women, maybe for the business. Yeah, so many right now, young generation, the youth, they are totally Instagrammable. They cannot be sharing their mostly their product or farm industry by using this Instagram, for example, or by using Facebook. Innovative use the technology in practice, it will be they will be more motivated, and then they will be engaged to do the learning, and they can be get their mindset and their concept skill to be more get yeah, namely here mostly they are get more independently. And then this is about the empowerment of women based on the UNESCO. And what about we are in Indonesia? Actually, the popular UNESCO slogan should come in handy about educate a man, you can educate an individual, educate a woman, and you educate the family. So the first one, the first important empower women. This is we come back again about education. So what about in Indonesia? Mostly the women in Indonesia, they are active internet user, but the digital media literacy of them is still very low. That's why we do really hope these several obstacles the Indonesian women using digital media to phone about low educational background, lack of ability, lack of facility, lack of ICT. So that's why we do really hope the women like us right now can be help and support them, giving the training in informal education to support with this education empower. So Indonesia women need media motivation and mentoring to support their skill. You see in the picture here, actually mostly women in my country, they are doing their home industry. Actually, we hope their product we can be support in the social media and getting connected into globally. Okay, the next about social media and culture cell phone landscape. Why this is very important? Because yeah, so many data here. The first one from University of California that support about the women empower. We must be empower them in technology, and also what about in Indonesia empowerment Indonesia women through building digital media literacy. This is a very important. Yeah, you know the patriarchy system in Indonesia very strong, and we need to be how to break down this patriarchy system about the man is the top and the man is the only one the power in our society. So from Malaysia, this is the data from Malaysia that actually to get the generation equality, this is releasing a women's right. So that's why we must be help our women, our girl, to be more empowered in literacy skill and in technology. So what is women? Actually, this is we believe that we are this is same with Madam Anar Mehta and Madam Nageswari Perumal said before that we are multitasking. We cannot do everything, one action with some activities. We can handle everything. We can handle all of. We cannot be have balance between our responsibility as a mom or as a mother and also with our career. But the problem and the challenge this is come back again with the patriarchy system. Mostly in the society, the patriarchy system still working about the women should do everything at home, like household. So that's why we should be get the support from the men that actually we cannot be doing together. So this is one of the equality when we get the comfortable in emotional aspect. So let's have a look about the new women in technology statistic for 2021. That actually 57% of women in technology feel burned out at work, and then they are still most the household work during the pandemic. And what about the women who are like being impacted by COVID-19? So many this happening. And then we do really hope we can be still totally having how to say we must be working more effective and not over time. Well, about the here, some of the women said in the COVID-19, this is they have still radically shifted the division of household majority, the respondent answer about technology worker, the balance between at home and their career. Yeah, still totally about the patriarchy system, still domination in our society, in our social. So what about, does remote work have a positive impact on women in technology? Actually, virtually everything a man do, a woman cannot do. Yeah, that's why to get the equality between a man and a woman, this is actually based on this women itself. We must have a confidence that we cannot be equality in many aspects. And yeah, totally here, still have a look about the women in technologies, say they took a most of household work during the pandemic. So it will be getting doing household at home, and then no economic income. So that's why we must support and giving training for the women to do the home industry to support the economic income. So the women should not be considered as a passive recipient in information and technology, but also we must support, we are as developer, and we use the technology to get the information, application, and even develop digital-based knowledge. So what is the technology? This is achieved about the about this is right now we should pay more attention that women in the digital access and digital media literacy development, because women play important roles in educating children, like in the during the pandemic situation. Yeah, you know, the learning and teaching process is come back at home. So that's why the women must be empowered in this technology, in education, because they will be educate their children, their kids at home during the pandemic situation. And also it will be to get the quality in family and developing our nation. Yeah, we should be get the pay attention why this is a very important right now to be get the empower in the digital access of technology. So, but this is some of, mostly when we are namely connected with the internet globally, making the internet safe, this is a very important. The data from United Nations that estimate that 90% of harassment, abusive language, and derogatory imagery in online, this is aimed to the women. That's why we must building capacity and driving women movement in technology as a tool, as a chain information. We use social media and technology to empower and encourage the women entrepreneurs from rural and urban area. So we use the technology, the benefit of technology actually to support our economic, our social. So the way to empower women, I divided into three. The very important, the first one about education, social entrepreneurship, and then digital literacy. So globalizing women studies, people, and possibility. This is what is actually hinder women to be equality. Why we not? Maybe we not feel we are equality with the men. Yeah. The first one, this is the data about, do you think that we have been the most important factor that stopping women to achieve equality with the men? This is the data by the country. Yeah, mostly issue, this is about, balancing between work and care responsibility between their family. This is mostly the men not understanding about the women condition, because you know, we are working and then we must we have responsibility to take care our families. So what about the data here? The most important to achieve equality between men and women. Actually, yeah, this is the biggest gap between progress and important to having a more a female or women as a leader in business and position, because about the access to education. So we do really hope that we can be participate in education. We can be having mostly to get as a leader in industry or in any aspect. So what is actually the most factor here that actually hinder women to get equality? What should we do? The first one, yeah, working hard. We must be intelligent, qualified, competent, being confident, never give up. And also we must be doing this, being brave, be stronger, like Madam Anarmesta said before. Yeah, we must be stronger. So this is my last statement about empower women. Women don't need to find their voice. They need to be empowered to use, and people need to be listening to us. And then to be liberated, a woman must feel free to be herself. We must be confident, like the data, yeah, to be being brave, to be being confident, to believe that we can be equality. So to be equality, this is come back again with our self, our heart, our belief that we can be equality in many aspects. So thank you for having me and listening to me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear sister Mutmainah ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. Now it's time to share. Let me share 1 second. Is the PPT shared?
Yes, ma'am, but there is another window popping up in the left side.
Is it right now?
No, still we are able to see that. Now it. Yes, now it's fine, ma'am. You can keep it in full screen.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, now it's time to honor our honorable international speaker with the certificate of appreciation for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. Thank you, Jaya Mutmainah ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Each person is born with very individual qualities and potential. We as a society owe it to women to create a truly supportive environment in which they can grow and move forward. This is a very famous quote from Prince Diana. And on this, I welcome Dr. S. Bulaman Reggie, Assistant Professor of Commerce Department, St. Mary's College, Thuthukudi, Tamil Nadu, for this session. Welcome, ma'am.
Most welcome, Regina.
Thank you. I hope I have shared my screen. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
It gives me very happy to talk about women empowerment in a forum with wonderful, excellent women together in a platform. And I'm glad to meet you all in this virtual platform. I thank Dr. Subhatra for giving me this opportunity to talk about something related to women economic empowerment in a forum with international speakers. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm going to talk on women's economic empowerment as a way towards social transformation. In my opinion, already women or empowered, not necessary to talk much about empowerment of women. Let's concentrate a little more on women's economic empowerment, because empowerment in the sense we are already got education, we can shine anywhere through education, but how we are going as a tool for social transformation. Still after education, Indian women are still working at home alone. They have a PhD, they completed many professional courses, but what is their role for social transformation? No such role. They are still trained to be at the family's responsibility. They can train to transfer their family alone. So the basically, when we're talking about economic empowerment, women are concentrating on many women are talking about social transactions resulting in shift of duties. They transfer from one duty to another duty, and it is focusing mainly on administrating their family affairs, especially in India. They are concentrating on formal sector, informal sector, agriculture, whatever may be. Whether my screen is moving?
No, ma'am.
You haven't played your screen. Yes, it's done.
Okay. So when we talk about women in developing nations, there are several stages of socio-economic transition. Still, women are playing more than men, but it is not properly recognized. They are in both the formal sector and informal sector. Okay, when we talk about this economic empowerment, it is not only taking decision only on the basis of income. They are going to take a part in taking economic resources, especially power to take decision. For example, when we take about Indian women, I hope those who are here, they can accept my point. Whatever maybe we are empowered, but at our home, we need to still, India is living in a male-dominated society where we are having no power to take decision on our own. We have to discuss, or we are supposed to obey to their rule as we are. We are not supposed to disclose certain things. Maybe after empowerment of certain things, now we got little power, it will go with 0.01%, not more than that. Okay, so empowerment in the sense, especially economic empowerment, not only earning money doesn't matter, but how we are going to take decisions regarding the family decision or whatever maybe, or how we are going to face the society with power. Especially when we talk about investing in economic empowerment, it helps to reduce or eradicate the poverty. So most of it, when I start reading about this economic empowerment, I found that nearly 60 to 75% of the countries, women are under poverty line. That means that they are not economically empowered. Now, already many are research about women empowerment, many are talking about women empowerment, but when we talk about economic empowerment, no such focus are given to women. And still women are seen as commercial products than anything else in the world. So when we talk about this economic empowerment, that they can go with access of income and assets, control and benefits from economic gains, and power to make decisions. So as economic empowerment does not include income, here they will talk about educational attainment. That means decision on learning aspect. And I'm working in a women's college. I know the sector, how girls are treated. They are not even focused how they are going to carry forward their higher education or focusing on career. It's not problem with the students, it is the problem with the society, because they are empowered to study, but after education, how they are going to see the society, that is not taught to them properly. So as researchers or as teachers, we are supposed to work on all these areas, how to empower women, especially economic empowerment, focusing on educational attainment, financial security, and sustaining social standing and social class perspectives. That means getting married is one point, to be making a family is one side. Apart from that, how we are going to economically empower ourselves, that plays a vital role. When we talk about the assessed quality of life, women's life are not restricted only to give birth to a baby and to be at home and taking care of the child alone. So apart from that, many things to be achieved in the life as we dream. So don't lose big dream for small happiness. That is the major aspects of economic empowerment. As we are focusing towards economic empowerment, we are supposed to work on our own big dreams too. And when we talk about seeing, I found that all these work should be done by women. It may be different from countries to countries, but in India, especially, we are focusing women or disclosed. Even you can achieve your dream, but you should take care of your family and all the household activities. Then only you can think about your dream to fly outside. That means empowering women's livelihood. It's not talking about how they are going to export themselves, how they are going to take both family and society together. That plays a vital role. Many countries are focusing on all these areas, and India is not that much exemption. It's talking about statistically 80% of Indian women are not focused towards economic empowerment. They are still depend on their life partner to get money to run their family, whatever given by the, they are supposed to follow. So still this practice is going on, even though we are till we are empowered in all the sector. And when we talk about this unpaid caretakers, so as the topic itself, we are talking more about economic empowerment. I found it is our responsibility of a woman, but still it can be shared by both men and women, because it is the family, not only the duty of a woman to take care of unpaid care work. So they can both share equally. That means gender equality in the family is must, talking more than about other sides. Okay, here when we go with women to vote, 1 to 3 hours more household work than men. That means when a man enter the house, already the food will be served, and immediately we will serve, and they will take the food and they will go for sleep and other things. But what is the role of a woman? We need to clean all the vessels, whether we are sleeping at the right time, no issues at all. It's all an unpaid care work. But it starts from gender equality, and economic empowerment start at home itself. No need to start and think from outside. When we start changing in our home itself, automatically the entire world will change. Okay, so the report says that 2 to 10 times the amount of time a day to care. That means taking care of children, elder and sick, and the in-laws and everybody at the home. It is the duty of the women to take care. The society is just focusing and seeing that men are supposed to earn and women are going to take care of all the household activities. Why not to take care of family? Why not to fly outside to earn? Why not to achieve their dreams? That people are not ready to think out of the box. Even an educator is not ready to accept all these things. Okay, so and all other works, everything at the home, it should be done by the women, not focusing much on economic empowerment. And there is a statistic saying that best countries for female workers, and I'm trying to find where is India. But it's hand speaking, I could find the ranking of female workers, and very sad truth is 20% of the Indian women are working in organized sector, and only hardly speaking 3% of Indian women are in the leading position, especially in service sector. Others still it is a question mark. They are more in unorganized sector, agriculture, or they are supposed to do the household work alone. They are not focusing on any career achievements or career advancement. So even developed countries, there is a lack between these female workers, how they are economically empowered. There are so many laws. They are talking about the legal discrimination of income between male and female, especially when we go with the unorganized sector. When I start writing an article about unorganized sector, still there is a wages discrimination between male and women. The same work can be done by male and women, but the package for a single day wage for a male is 700 and for a female it's 500. Why such discrimination? Only because of gender? Because women can do anything. Even recent days when we talk about this, women can do better than women. But when we talk about discrimination of wages, there are many laws they are incorporating every time, but still It is the problem. Okay. And when we talk about this economic empowerment as a social transformation, if we start focusing on economic transformation, it's not only a normal goal of a family or from an underdeveloped country. The sustainable development goals itself, they are talking to achieve this women economic empowerment in the year 2030. But I will give a big question mark to this for them, whether we can achieve all this women economic empowerment in the year 2020-30. Because we are talking much about economic empowerment within a short period of time. How, as a researchers or a professionals, how we are going to give a change to economic forum of a women. And when we talk about giving economic empowerment, because when I start educating a women can change the entire nation. Why not giving an economically independent women to change the entire nation? Nobody will talk about it. Giving education, it's achieved already. Why still we are talking more about giving education to women? And the recent update is, I'm happy that last week I came to know that the government declared that the marriage age of women is 21. That means defaultly girls are forced and they are getting an opportunity to go for higher studies. That means that is also a good sign that women have education if the marriage age is little more. Apart from that, what is their aim in generating economically empowered and economically independent? That means usually we will say standing on our own leg. Still now we are all standing on our own leg. Whether we are standing on our own leg economically, instead of depending 100 rupees, 500 rupees from your life partner or your parents or anybody else, we are depending, or we can empower ourselves economically independent to make our own decision, where to invest, how to make our own family flourish. And all these things are in the hands of women. And when we start about increasing educational attainment, women and girls has to go with economic empowerment, automatically the standard of living of the family will increase, and also still talking about this social transformation, there are many barriers to discuss, but I don't feel that barriers is not a big constraint as a woman. We can easily tackle all those things, but still theoretically many problems are going on when, and I found this is the one thing commonly violence against women and girls, that women are afraid of coming to the society to work. Apart from all other things, the women are very good and they are empowered already, and they can face the society, how to lead the life, and they can make the changes. And all the sectors, merely women place their high achievements, but still it is hardly speaking 1 to 10%. What about the remaining 90? We need to be very conscious, and we need to empower themselves to come out from their home to work on their dreams to achieve. It's not necessary to go for a work. What is their dreams? We need to take their dreams, how to achieve their dreams, that need to be trained. And all these things can be done through, so really it's through professors that we can really touch the hearts of these girl students, how to dream big and achieve more in their life. That's very important. When we talk about this women's contributions to society, it's gradually already transit from pre-literacy to literacy. And this is why I thought of that instead of depending economically to somebody, we will need a dependency or independently work on economical issues to face the world and work on our dream. And regarding the concluding point, I want to tell that women plays a vital role in helping inhabiting effects on family life, because they are primarily coverage, and our society is much focusing on women to be taking much on family. Apart from that, they are supposed to take care of their own dreams to fly in the world, and globally they need to achieve certain things in their life. Okay, and surely I hope it will attain gender equality, eradication of poverty, and increasing economic growth. And I'm not against gender equality. Let's join together and we can change the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Richi ma'am, you have thrown lights or a focus to almost all the issues and problems faced by women, pointing out from discrimination, wages, and empowerment, education, everything, every aspect you focused and you touched on. So I have a question to ask you from my own side. I expect a solution from your side. So now it's time to appreciate Dr. Guillermin Reggie, Assistant Professor of Commerce, St. Mary's College, Thoothukudi, for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economic Issues and Challenges. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful presence and presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. But I thought of asking you about the solution for that kind of discrimination we face. And one last slide, it gave me an answer for my question in mind. You said, let's join hand together. So, and we empower, you feel, and your presentation started with saying we are already empowered.
Yes.
So there is no question for talking much on empowerment. So this is the solution, I think. We empowered women who feels educated and empowered. We must join hands together, those people who are working for wages, who are on economically deprived and seeking for employment and education. We need to join hands together to work for them, or to fight for them, or to give awareness on various aspects, because it is already legally, it is given that there should not be any discrimination in wages. But even though they are paid 750 and these people are, and our people are paid 500. So these kinds of things are there. So there must be awareness and support extended from the people like us to create awareness on the same, I think. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, it's right. Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Nice meeting you all. It's a good time to spare on this Sunday. And I wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice to have you here. Over to the next speaker.
Empowerment isn't about making women strong. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives the strength. Ma'am, I hope I have given you some points about your question too. We are already strong.
Yeah, right.
Now, I welcome Reina Lampu, Global Educator, STEM Instructor and Neuroeducation Researcher from Greek Ministry of Education and Religious Affairs, Greek Astronomy and Space Company, to address the gathering. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning from Greece. It's a big pleasure to be here today among eminent women speakers and very, very good friends. So today I'm going to address some issues related, of course, to gender inequality as a component of social justice and as an engine for economic growth. And I will address also some topics related to disabled women and girls, migrant women workers, and of course the problems that the COVID pandemic has created in businesses as far as women employees are concerned. So can I share my presentation?
Yeah, please.
So we live in a world of growing inequality with worsening predictions on how long it is going to take to close the gender gap. Because this is despite the fact that 185 countries have gender equality embedded in their institutions, despite the fact that 187 countries have signed the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, despite the fact that 51 founding members of the United Nations approved the words of United Nations Equal Rights of Men and Women. According to the World Fair Trade Organization, according to the latest report, 2019, it is going to take probably another 100 years to close the economic and political gender gap, and 200 years before women earn as much as men and are equally represented in the workplace. So far, we have seen many human rights agreements, such as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Convention, as I said before, on the elimination of all forms of discrimination, the Beijing Platform for Action, the Cairo Program of Action, Millennium Declaration, the outcome of United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, all the agreed conclusions of the Commission on the Status of Women, and some principles of human rights, such as, which are very important, universality, indivisibility, interdependence, participation, accountability, equality, and non-discriminations. So far, previous speakers have already mentioned that women make up 23% of the world's parliamentarians, 7% of heads of state, and 6% of heads of government. And they only hold 12% of board positions in businesses across the world, 9% of CEO positions, and 24% of senior management roles. And of course, working women are in low level considered to be high status. So what is actually empowerment? Why we need empowerment? Because it's a multidimensional process encompassing changes in the political, social, economic spheres of life. And all these dimensions are closely interrelated, so that significant changes in one dimension will generate changes in other. This is related, of course, to women's capacity for strategic choice and agency. And also this opens up for change in other spheres of their lives. And also it offers many possible entry points into broader processes of empowerment. So there are a number of arguments of why we need to focus on women economic empowerment. Well, first of all, women's primary responsibility for unpaid care work within the home, which is usually unreported, associated inequalities in access to valued resources and opportunities, the fact that women are dependent on male provision for themselves and for their children, and women lacks of strategic agency, both in relation to their own lives and the society. And of course, this concerns also developing and developing countries. So far, women's human rights emerged as a global movement during the United Nations Decade for Women, when women from different geographical, cultural, religious, racial, and class backgrounds came together and organized to improve the status of women. I mentioned before about the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination, which is actually a key international agreement on women's rights and the National Bill of Rights for Women, and it actually sets an agenda for national action. And and also mentioned Hillary Clinton, which actually she declared the Beijing Conference that human rights are women's rights, and that women must enjoy the right to participate fully in the social and political lives of the countries if we want freedom and democracy to thrive and endure. Of course, when we talk about constraints, we always talk about institutionalized constraints, not individualized. Why? Because all these constraints are made up, they stem from social norms, wider societal ideologies, context-specific cultural restrictions, gender differentiated rules about the distribution of the property and the allocation of various resources. And all these gender-specific constraints, of course, will lead into gender inequalities in the distribution of valued resources. What happens in the world of work? Still, women remain less likely to participate in the labor market than men around the world. They're more likely to be unemployed than men. And we all know that they are overrepresented in informal and vulnerable employment. Still, they are less paid than men. They bear more responsibility for unpaid care and domestic work. And they are still less likely to have access to social protection. They're less likely than men to have access to financial institutions or bank account, or the possibility to ask for loans. They're less likely to be entrepreneurs and face more disadvantages starting business. They are constrained from achieving the highest leadership positions. And also, they're still less likely to have access to social protection. And we also need to talk about the digital divide, as Dr. Mutmaina has already mentioned, which is gender and very important violence and harassment in the world of work that affects all women of all backgrounds. Almost a third of women's employment globally is in agriculture, including forestry and fishing, and women farmers have less access to control to ownership of land and other productive assets. And also very important, it's actually a very interesting topic to explore, is how environmental degradation, how climate change hit disproportionately on women. And this have impacts mostly on women and children. Why? Because women and girls suffer most from the dearth of safely managed water and sanitation. And because also women and girls are more likely to carry the burden of energy poverty and experience the effects of lack of safe, reliable, and affordable clean energy. And according to the Development Progress Research Report on Women Economic Empowerment, the factors that enable and constrain women's economic empowerment are divided into 10 direct and underlying factors. Direct factors are directly linked to women's individual or collective lived experiences. And here we talk about education, access to quality, address unpaid care, access to property, collective action, leadership, social protection, and underlying factors: labor market characteristics, fiscal policy, legal, regulatory, policy framework, and gender norms. What about education? So far, we have seen a big progress concerning gender parity in education in recent years, of course, at all levels of education. However, there are still countries where there are discriminatory social norms and practices, including early marriages and the gender division of high school labor, reducing the access of girls. And it's easy to understand how in families that do not value education, girls are more likely to marry young and take on more domestic work. So what are the benefits of economic empowerment? Why? Because why this is important is vital. It's vital to realize the women's right and gender equality. It's important to achieve the 2030 agenda, the goal 5 of gender equality. When we increase women girls attainment, this contributes to women's economic empowerment, more inclusive economic growth. It's more healthy for businesses also. So what are the characteristics of women leaders? Why we need women leaders? Because women leaders will shape the future, actually. And this happens in many ways because unique transformational ideas will be brought to the front. That means that according to analysis and studies, female leaders are more transformational. They demonstrate more contingent reward behavior than the two-dimensional behavior of women. And also, women have a social brain. That means that they demonstrate passion, enthusiasm, capability to take command of a situation when it is needed. They're able to make bold and wise decisions as leaders, and this helps the team environment less authoritative and more cooperative, bringing a family-like feel to the team. And this, of course, boosts teamwork across organization and helps implement a new culture within the business. And all the key also statistics show that women are considered more honest than men in the workplace, business workplace. They're smarter than men. And also, according to surveys in terms of intelligence, also, as I said before, they seem more intelligent, they appear more compassionate, outgoing, and creative. So they demonstrate superior leadership values. And communication, we all know that is said known to be among women's strongest skills. So female leaders will utilize this power to enhance meaningful conversations with employees, with co-workers, with clients, with partners, so that women can create a more open communication stream that creates a sense of clarity. And they can handle more conflicts. It's also another characteristic of women. They can more easily handle conflict situations. So within a more diverse workplace, the more likely creative ideas are going to be presented. And this helps fuel growth and helps create more sustainability within organization. So diversity in the workplace should not just prioritize women, but instead have a fluid combination of both genders throughout the organization, because workplace gender diversity helps increase productivity, creativity, improves performance, staff retention, and boosts collaboration through the business. So according to studies, 21% of businesses are more likely to experience above average profitability if the workplace is gender diverse. And also, women leaders offer fresh new outlooks and perspectives because they will bring skills and different perspectives, innovative ideas to the table, but also all these combined will help to create new perspectives that lead to better decision-making as a whole for business. And also, women can provide better mentorship because women leaders position can take this opportunity and begin empowering bright young minds for the next position. Consider better to mentor young people. The ability to wear many hats. We already talked about multitasking with previous speaker. Also, how women can balance in careers, households, and take up the mantle of parental guidance along with other many experiences. And this helps them. This multitasking ability helps them to quickly adjust and adapt to new situations and focus on finding solutions to real work issues. And of course, women leadership roles can close the gender pay gap. We also mentioned what's important, what happened with inequalities in access to land and property, especially in rural areas where women's disadvantaged status has constituted a major barrier. And the crucial topic of gender-based violence around the world. During the COVID pandemic, we have seen how domestic violence has increased, especially here in Greece. We have many cases of femicides during the COVID pandemic. And we have all these agreements that urge states to take measures in order to criminalize all forms of JVB, to prevent JVB as much as possible. And here we can mention also the global movement, Me Too movement about sexual abuse, which was founded in 2016. And here in Greece also, this has become popular in the last months. And for instance, in India, we can mention the 2013 Post Act that actually mandates employees to take steps to protect female employees from sexual harassment in the workplace and provide procedures for resolution, settlement, and prosecution. And it is important because it widened the definition of the workplace and covered the informal sector, including domestic workers. We have also the target group of women migrant workers who are usually highly skilled, but they are often concentrated in informal, low-paid and regulated work. They are usually employed in services and retail. And another target group is women with disabilities who face economic challenges, social challenges, difficult health problems, and how it's important to highlight how guidance is needed for ensuring all the rights for these women. We can mention some examples. For instance, UNICEF has successfully utilized technology to spread information, empowering young persons using due report in Uganda. And this actually free SMS social monitoring tool designed to engage users in issues they care about. And we have many, many others examples about women with disabilities. What is important is actually to ensure accessible emergency medical care and also ensure that all these women with disabilities who are victims have access to medically accurate information and unbiased counseling. And of course, to tailor JVB prevention strategies. Now, in general, what we recommend, of course, we enact policies to overcome this unequal access. How? By promoting equal pay for equal work, ensuring freedom from discrimination, providing incentives for employees, shifting tax structures, battling gender labor market segregation, enforce labor rights, prohibit sexual harassment, valuing and distributing unpaid work, ensuring full employment, decent work. Promote programs to guarantee high levels of safety for women and girls, design campaigns, educational materials, promote reflection on gender stereotypes, and promote recognition of women in care work, informal productive activities, promote strategies of collaborative work between community-based organizations and government entities, creation very important of women's network because as we said already that we need to support one another. During the COVID pandemic, for instance, in corporate America, more than 1 in 4 women were faced downshift in their careers, so leaving their workforce completely. And of course, it's important because companies risk losing women in leadership. So this is not good for businesses. And we have seen how during the COVID pandemic, women were more likely than men to feel burned out. How Black women are less likely to feel supported at work during the COVID pandemic. And what are the recommendations for businesses is how to make work more sustainable and reset norms around flexibility. For instance, they can offer more days leave of absence for women with children. How to take steps to minimize gender bias, adjust policies and programs to better support employees, and of course, strengthen employee communication. I already mentioned how to see the relation between women and climate change, and also the role of women in energy infrastructure field. There are many countries, there are projects such as in India or Morocco who try to employ women in these projects. For instance, in India, the Rambo hydropower project. What I'm trying to do here, I have already been part of G100 Club. We try to form volunteer engineers, women in STEM, that can try to train students and the privileged students worldwide, but especially in Africa and Asia. And my most recent program is called Gender-Based Values, Why Peace is Much Better Option. It's actually a project with is based on Sustainable Development Goals. It's inspired by high rates of gender-based values in Nigeria. It has started to be implemented with great success in Nigeria there. And it's actually combines STEM education with gender-based values in order to promote the idea of peace among students who suffer from gender inequality. And apart from this, I'm fighting for the equality between women and men in the field of natural sciences. So that's why I created with my students radio shows, which were aired at the European School Radio, regarding women scientists from Marie Curie till today. And this also radio show became educational video, very popular, which was awarded in the European competition Diversity STEM. It was aired on the Greek National Television on the International Women's Day. It's actually the portraits of 30 eminent women scientists. And also, let's mention that Women in Science, the National Day of Women and Girls in Science, 11 February, how it's, Dr. Mutmaina has already mentioned that less than 30% of researchers worldwide are women, and only around 30% of all female students select STEM-related fields in higher education. And here you can see only 3% in ICT, and 5% statistics, engineer 8%, according to UNESCO. And also, according to American Association of University Women, women make up only 28% of workforce in STEM. With the exception of biology, in all other fields, women are underrepresented comparing to STEM into men. What about all this? It's a whole chapter that we can analyze what would be the reasons: gender stereotypes, of course, male-dominated cultures, fewer role models, math anxiety. And before concluding, I want to say that in 1975, 3 months after the close of the United Nations Women's Conference in Mexico, 90% of women of Iceland went on strike for a day. They refused to go to work, to cook, to clean, or look after the children. It was a complete chaos. But in 2018, Iceland became the first country in the world to make companies prove that they are not paying women less than men for the same work. And this took 42 years. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions.
Yeah, it's wonderful, wonderful. You people are revealing a global, universal level data of women's contribution to society and the problems faced by. And it's really a wonderful time to have you people addressing on various issues and problems faced by women globally. And it's time to honor Ronia Lambu, a global educator, STEM instructor, Greek Ministry of Education and Religious Affairs, and Greek Astronomy and Space Company, for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. Thank you for your wonderful participation and presence today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Go to the next speaker.
The glass ceiling will go away when women help other women break through that ceiling. So now I welcome Dr. Shanti Saravanan, Director of Taru Fine Arts Global Cultural Arts Forum and Taru Financial Services India, to address the gathering. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you all for a wonderful opportunity to give me for my experience in women's social and economic issues and challenges. So now I start sharing my screen.
Yeah, please. So request to all the speakers on behalf of the Association of Women Empowerment Child Development, limit your presentation to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So minimum 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. And next presenter will be, speaker will be Dr. A.P.S. Gandhipati ma'am, followed by Queen's ma'am from Egypt. Yes, ma'am, please continue.
Yeah. You see my presentation?
Yeah, it started sharing, but F5 should be given, I think. F5 presentation.
Okay. Just 1 minute. Now, full screen is coming now.
No, not it. You can click the bottom one. That
Slideshow mode. You can go for slideshow mode, ma'am.
or simply click F5.
F5.
One second, just 1 minute. I will take 1 minute now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. one second. எப்படி வருது?
Only the presentation that was not enabled. You can go with like this, no problem. Yes, ma'am, you can continue like this. This mode is okay.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So, women's social and economic issues and challenges. I want to share the experience in my life with my what the woman is behavior, and then how to approach us and the best solutions we make, how to become a positive mode. I want to share this presentation. I will explain now. So any woman, being an urban or international woman, has their own priorities and they need to take care of themselves. Health, first main point is health. Maintaining our house, family priorities is the most important thing in our human life, woman life also. So next I want to share. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So problems. So I want, most women are money minded and they are working to earn some money. Most of the women, not full women. So most of the women are money minded and they are working to earn some money. So how to make these priorities to make something interesting means some women do their passion work. So we are, once we make not only money, work is also most important nowadays. Not a robot like that we are doing day-to-day life, not a robotics life, 9 to 5, 9 to 10 like that. So we make something interesting factors is most important thing in our life, is very interesting one thing. Some women and do their passion work and become entrepreneurs, do their passion work. So I want to explain these things. Now we are become very awareness in this particular topic, because we are now basically we are travel into the how to say means we are in I am in artist means I want to travel in art means something in 10 to 15 art we make means in one art we become a money comes means is one of the major thing and is one wonderful experience. So that's make passion make entrepreneur is become is so day-to-day life very interesting, and we must upgrade ourselves also in our interesting factor. One of my friends, for example, one of my friends grows plants, share with all, and she gets money for that. Growing plants is her passion. So this is one of the my friend is doing. She is studying graduations also, but she makes plants and fully garden, and some money traveled particularly simple way only, but is making a wonderful way of approaches in a social awareness like planting and is very interesting factor. So I want to share this example. Here, hobby turned to be a profession. You earn money and spread the happiness as well. Any housewife can start a business and become an entrepreneur with their passion, be it gardening, baking, art, tailoring, making masalas, writing blogs, and many more opportunities are there. So don't waste the time in sitting sitting like murmuring like that. We make simple thing also in a day-to-day life. We make interesting factors in just idea. Simple money also okay. Money come or not, it's a secondary thing. But we make positive way and active mode. So this is a base. Women make this particular ideas means is very interesting, and family becomes very proud of also, because husband says or children also saying my mom is very active, so I don't waste the time. She is doing well this thing, she is doing that one, like that. He proud to friends as well as neighbors, like that. It's very interesting factor one. So never, I want this motto is my life. Never start a business just to make money. Start a business to make a difference. This most important to quote. Don't run to the money. Go to our passion to upgrade ourselves is most important. My humble request, Lord, also. So don't do anything for success or publicity. It's make, once we are upgrade means publicity, success becomes coming towards ourselves. Second thing, creativity will be lost if it becomes too commercial and you lose your identity. So we make publicity or success means we are in anything to, like I am in artist means. So once I will in creativity mode only, I will doing the art or gardening and baking, anything else, speaker attitudes, anything. Once I will sit in a calm place, I will sit writing means I will elaborate the just I'm writing the skills is also the one of the creativity. Once we will come, so don't rush the place to for commercial and anything for success publicity. So loss of and loss your identity. So you should be yourself to improve creativity and spend some quality time to upgrade yourself to shine in all your efforts. This most important thing I already explained. Improve creativity. It's anything, just cooking the sambar also, some anything, food making ourselves, our family also, making some identity, quality time want. Hurry burry, don't any time, don't hurry life. It's not a good way. Quality time is most important thing. So we make we are cooking mode, most of the women are cooking. So in cooking, many of the people I am saw, food is not taste because she or he is only hurry burry. Why? Food is most important time, and health also most important thing. So it's one is quality time is most creativity to doing perfect is most to shine in all your efforts. Clear understanding of what you need is important. So we make any, because we are in versatile role one, we are making many appointments like okay. So we make first morning or 1 month before, we make clear understand. I will become this one to one, this date, this mention. So we make before identify means is really calm, and we will make better performance. So challenges and solutions I want to now sharing. Solutions, this is my own example. So solutions given here out of my own experience and which I follow in my life regularly to keep myself strong. First main point is time management. We have so many gadgets, TV and other things to get distracted and diluted from our dreams. So time management is very important, and be punctual in all your work, which will improve the quality of your work. So next one, don't accept anyone as a friend. Be careful in choosing your friends, because we are social media. We are not an, so we make a date. So not only what I am saying means many people are coming and going. So we make accept anything as a friend means to choosing a best one performance, not in performance, just positive thoughts. Like we are in same, like we are now gathering means we can just we are friends like that. So we are, the connectivity is very nice now. So I this is my so not only woman, man also. So be careful in choosing your friends. And most important thing, self-evaluation is another key point to make yourself a better person in terms of attitude and dressing sense, socializing. We are in the human sense, woman, self-evaluation is another key point to make yourself. Dressing sense is most important thing. We are in meeting and socializing means dressing sense. We are just what to say, வணக்கம் அந்த சொல் வணக்கம் சொல்ற மாதிரி இருக்கணும். ஸோ அப்போ என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா dressing sense is most important thing, and attitude. So just we are in global language English, okay, so just humble, thank you, respect them. In simple message also we must communicate in humbleness and friendly mode is most important thing. And not only messaging, we are attitude also most in the self is important. And socializing always we know. So socializing we must interact means just get humbleness is most important thing. Yes. You should not like a mirror to reflect others' feelings or emotions. The most important thing, be yourself, be humble, be strong, be bold, behave with humanity. So once she or he reflected in the angry mode, we not make a angry mode. See, he is laughing means we are not a laughing mode. So we make us like our have common sense. So we may, you should not like a mirror. With these things in mind, you will be a wonderful person, which much needed qualities you can march ahead with pride. So you will be a proud woman and lead a quality life by keeping all these attributes in mind and follow in your life. In your life also, I am doing, so still I am doing, we are doing like that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shanti Saravanan ma'am, for a wonderful session and guidance. Guidance and so many points you have given us to be remembered and to be followed, to be a successful woman. Be yourself is the one which I like most in your whole presentation. And it's time to honor with certificate of appreciation to Dr. Shanti Saravanan, Director of Taru Fine Arts Global Cultural Arts Forum, Sansar Arts and Taru Financial Services, for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economic Issues and Challenges. Thank you for your wonderful presentation today.
Thank you.
Now it's time to invite the next speaker of today's International Virtual Conference. She is all over from United Kingdom, Professor Dr. Queen's Elizabeth Lucas Afalalu, SUCAN International. Madam, now we are waiting since today morning and we are happy to have you here today. And now it's time for you to present with your PPT.
Good morning, greetings from United Kingdom, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are all welcome, and we are all here together for one purpose of making a better decision, a quality decision of our lives, and also how to make a change in the world. So you are all welcome. Greetings again. Let me seize this golden opportunity to express my gratitude to the founder and also to the president of this organization, also for inviting me to inspire you all in this great event, Global Women Conclave and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. All protocol observed. I acknowledge and respect all the distinguished guests of honor and the keynote speakers and the participants. Women, you can be empowered and support other women. The truth is, situation and circumstances will make us stronger and wiser and get better. Even if it feels difficult, as it might sometimes, even sometimes when we feel like we're being left out or being discriminated, but still we can rise up and we can make a change. It could be a great opportunity for us to learn, to grow, and to succeed. No condition is permanent, and it shall be over soon. So we just keep on improving ourselves and also fitting in this society. Never give up on your dreams and never give up on your aspirations, but we keep moving forward. The truth is we are not perfect, and we can get better and do better things and become and achieve. Yes, we are women that stand together and work hard to meet the sustainable goals and make this world a better place to live. Yes, we can make a change in this world, especially in education, entrepreneurship, and leadership. As you might expect by now, it involves asking 3 searching questions. What is it required? What's required of you to meet your responsibility as a woman? Yourself. How are you growing in order to be, to do, and to have? Your loved ones, what's required of you in your responsibility to those most important to you? Other stakeholders, colleagues, clients, and the government, the suppliers, the leaders. So let us all come together and reason together. And I believe that is why we are all on this platform. And I don't take any platform for granted. So I want to say thank you very much for inviting me. Another question is, what gives the greatest return? The greatest return. This is where the Pareto principles shared in Pillar 1, develop the owner, not the business, applies. One of the greatest or biggest entrepreneurs' challenges is to let go It's certainly one of mine, but a healthy, successful, and profitable business is built upon a healthy, successful, and profitable owner of that business. I'm talking about individual. For you to be at your most productive, you need to be aware of your strengths, your natural gifts, and also recognize your weakness as well and develop. Maxwell puts it this way: leaders should get out of their comfort zone. And I'm saying it to you as a woman: get out of your comfort zone and not stay in their strength zone. What are your strengths? And what should you be letting go of? What brings the greatest reward? The last question. What brings you personal fulfillment? Because as a woman, we are productive, we are creative, we are industrious, we put on many caps, we are stronger than even what people think we are. We are even stronger than every situation we find ourselves. So what brings you personal fulfillment? We need to be asking ourselves, what makes us satisfied? Fulfillment and meaning seems obscure concepts to many entrepreneurs, leaders, and even men and women. I personally find that disturbing. Life's far too short to not do the things you love. I will repeat that again. Let's know that life is too short for us not do what we love to do. If your work isn't enlightening you, or what you are doing presently is not giving you motivation, it doesn't bring meaning and fulfillment to you, it isn't aligned to your passion and purpose, then you're just doing a job. And you need to reevaluate yourself, your condition, your situation, your position, and yourself. I urge you to invest some time to reflect on this question and subsequent ones that arise from the process of asking for a seed of greatest success within yourself. Let me put this way. You need to know yourself as a woman. You need to know your purpose. You need to know your gift. You need to know your assignment, your vision. You need to dream big and become everything you want to become. It's very important. So, let me ask you a question. Have you found yourself in the middle of crossroad and don't know what to do? You don't know where to go. You don't know who to talk to. You don't know the steps to take. Or have you been disappointed and hurt because emotion matters, relationships matters, how you feel yourself, or how people how situation that people put you in, or the situation you are looking at or you are feeling matters. So how do you feel about yourself? And let me let you know that hope is not lost, because when there is life, there is still hope, and no condition is permanent. But I have great news for you, women, all of us, we are standing together. I like what the previous speakers have said. We are empowered already. The reason I agree on that is because before we were formed in our mother's womb, we've been destined to be a solution and to give solution to others. So we need to know that we are the solution to this world. we are the solution to the problem in this world. And that's why we have to rise up, no matter the situation we find ourselves, and take up our place, exercise our rights as a woman, because we are the solution. We are the change to this world. So let me ask you the next question. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? Or what is limiting you? No one can stop you. No one can limit you. But guess what? You yourself is the one that is stopping you. It is time to rise up and shine. Know who you are and your purpose on this world. It is not too late. Yes, I know that many of us will spend many years building our home, raising lovely kids. But I will throw it to you. It is not too late. Because if I, Elizabeth Lucas Afolani, can gain my first degree in business and management at the age of 50, every one of you can do it. We keep learning, because learning is living. And we learn and we keep growing, because it's a lifestyle. You are a woman of wisdom, woman of beauty, role model, inspirational, influential, woman of substance, woman of greatness. So let me challenge you today. Know your purpose, your passion. Speak out like we are all speaking and sharing on this platform. Stand out as a woman. Build that confidence. Be bold to speak. Be bold to take action. Be bold to move forward. Remember, the Vice President of America is a woman. She stood, she was bold, and she took her place. She is our inspiration. She is our representative. If she can do it, we can do it. And you can do it as well. So know your purpose. Speak out. Know your rights. Understand people and understand yourself. And for this, you support other women, because we are all together and no one is an island, and you are not alone. Educate yourself. Occupy your place. Malcolm X said, education is our passport to future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepares for it today. So empower yourself and empower others to support one another. And guess what? Yes, you can. It is not difficult to change. It is possible to adapt to change. Let me live with you this winning attitude, desire to become better in life by changing your mindset. Set goals, take action, and get better. Dream to change, decide to change, determine to change. Discipline yourself for change. Be diligent and consistent to change. Above all, develop positive habits to change, because it is possible. Yes, you can change the system of this world, of the government, of the leadership, and adapt to change. Learning new skills, and guess what? Yes, you can. Trials and tribulations may come your way. Discouragement, disappointment may try to pull you down or limit you. But don't give up. Don't quit, for you are the next on the list to become greater and an influential, to be remembered and to be favored. Never quit. In every challenges of life, there is always a way out. In every situation of life, there is always a way out. In every problem, there is a solution. So this is our time to glow, to grow, to radiate from the inside and to flourish and shine. So women, let us unite together to make the world a better place for our children and for the younger generation coming. The world is waiting for you and me. The world is waiting for us to make that change. Former President Barack Obama of the United States said, "We are the change the world is waiting for." And we give birth to this world. And with our wisdom, knowledge, prayers, and power, we can make a change. And this is our time to stand together, make a change in this world, love one another, and be kind. Be patient and tolerant, and forgive one another. Yes, we can. So to conclude, be ready, women, to move out of your comfort zone. Be ready, women, to educate and empower, to become role model to our children and new generation. Be ready to renew your mindset and transform your lives, relationship, and turn your situation around. Be ready to shift and make new direction. It's not too late to learn and become and learn and move forward. So be ready. And for this occasion, I want to say thank you very much for inviting me. Yes, you can always remember. Yes, you can achieve it. Yes, you can succeed. Yes, you can fulfill your dream. And yes, you can become. I am grateful for this opportunity to come and share the inspirational knowledge of nuggets of wisdom. Thank you, and God bless you.
Wonderful, Queen Elizabeth, ma'am. Your words are much inspiring, much inspiring. That you are the change or solution to the world, and you are the change or solution to the problem in this world. So that was really wonderful. And I correlate your speech with Swami Vivekananda's sayings of Swami Vivekananda. He's from our country, and he's one of the legends speaker come a spiritual leader. He envisaged that arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. And dream to change. Yes, you can. We never forget your, and that is the name of your organization too. Yes, you can international. And I even have mentioned that word you in my trust, which I have been initiated of, by, and for you trust. The you in the sense with you, everything is possible. So I mentioned the same word in my organization, and I'm really happy to have your session today as a very good motivation. You are the change the world is looking for. You're the change the world is actually needed. And these words are really wonderful. And we thank you on behalf of the Association of Women Empowerment Child Development. Happy to have you here. And now it's time to honor Madam Queen Elizabeth with a certificate of appreciation for serving as a keynote speaker for today's wonderful international virtual conference.
Thank you so much.
So Lucas Afolalu, SUCAN International United Kingdom, for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021. Women's social and economical issues and challenges. So everything is possible with you. And with this, I thank once again the speaker. And I take the privilege to invite the next speaker, Dr. S. Gandhimati ma'am. Ma'am, please. And she is the Faculty of Commerce, Government Arts and Science College, Aruppukkottai, Virudhunagar District, Tamil Nadu, India. Ma'am, it's now your time to present with your PPT and your presentation, please.
Am I visible, ma'am?
No, ma'am, your video is not on.
It's not on.
Yeah, please. Once again.
Yeah,
yes.
right, it's visible.
Yes, yes, it is.
Thank you. And first of all, warm greetings and welcome to all the dignitaries in this wonderful forum from Tamil Nadu and from India. And I am here to speak about female labor force participation rate in India. Globally, rapid economic growth, falling fertility rates, and higher educational attainment has often translated to an increasing number of women joining the workforce. Here, women's participation and labor market is barely 1/5, with 4 out of 5 women over the age of 15 neither working nor seeking any type of work. The country's female labor force participation rate and the share of working age women report either being employed or being available for work has been on a decline for decades. It peaked at 33% in the 70s before declining to 30.3% in the 90s. In 2019, it fell to 20.7% according to the World Bank, representing one of the worst gender gaps in the world. Women's labor participation rate is very low at less than 11% compared to 71% for men. Women face a much higher unemployment rate as 17% compared to men as 6%. Next slide. The sharp fall in work participation rates has in the last few years come from rural areas, where it has crashed by 7% points from 24.8% to 17.5%. With 6% of working women in India employed in agriculture, experts point at the lack of sufficient non-farm jobs in rural areas as a likely reason for this. Even with urban FLFPR remaining stagnant, a development worrying in itself. Data shows that the unemployment rate amongst urban women too has substantially increased from 5% in 2011-12 to 10.8% in 2017-18. The stagnant jobs market and rising unemployment aggravated by the pandemic has worsened the situation further due to COVID-19. Women accounted for 10.7% of the workforce in 2019-20, but they suffered 13.9% of the job losses in April 2020. When women do work in India, data suggests that they tend to earn less, work in less productive jobs without job or social security, and are overrepresented in unpaid family work and other forms of vulnerable work. The high-skilled white-collar jobs that young women desire are difficult to come by. Instead, women's labor is focused around jobs like domestic work, house cleaning, and sales in the urban sector and agriculture in the rural areas. The only exception is the teaching profession. The only exception is the teaching profession, which makes it to the top 10 most common jobs for women. To reap this gender, and to conclude my point, to reap the gender dividend, India needs to bolster women's economic participation by not only creating new jobs for women, but skilling them and giving them greater access to existing ones. The Indian experience seems to suggest that the country can't just depend on economic growth to get women into the workforce. It must actively seek the right kind of growth, one that is gender inclusive in the terms of job opportunities. And last but not least, apart from the theoretical point of view, as my own point of view, the woman itself a Shakti. She is able to cope up with any situation. She can tackle any issues, any challenges, and she can apt in any environment according to the present circumstances. So If she decides, none can stop. I am again quoting that. If a woman decides to take any task, none can stop. And also, but if she doesn't decide, none can start. No one can start. So she believes with herself. She is all Shaktis. So hats off to Dr. Subhathra ma'am to give this wonderful opportunity to take part in this Women's Enclave Forum, and my hearty wishes to all a happy new year 2022 to all the women in this forum apart from the world. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Wish you the same. And
Thank you.
Pointed out two things. One is, as the issue we said, women occupies very less number of positions in white collar jobs, whereas
Yeah,
she
ma'am.
contributes much in agriculture, rural, and other labor works. And that teaching is exceptional, where women contribute in high number. That is really nice. And the solution to the same is your last statement. So if she decides, she can occupy any position. So it is there in her hand, where she need to fix her ambition or desire and dream to change. Or I go with the words of Dr. Queen Elizabeth, dream to change, with the passion to speak out. She must speak her passion, otherwise speak her passion. So that will be the solution for the entire problem faced by women economically and socially. So with this, I thank you, Dr. Gandhimati ma'am, for your wonderful session today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Presentation on the topic, justifying topic 2. Now it's time to honor you with the certificate of appreciation for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. Thank you once again. Now it's time to invite our next speaker, Dr. Mona Thaman. So I request Dr. Mona Thaman to switch on your video.
Yes.
She is,
good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Nice to have you here. She is the Vice President of Future Leaders International Academy, Egypt. And we are privileged to have you here today. And it's now your time to start with your presentation, please.
Good afternoon for everybody. I am pleased to be with you in this international conference about the woman and the challenges for the woman and how we solve it in economical and challenge issue. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Yes, now it's visible now.
Yeah, I started sharing.
Okay. First, I will speak about the challenges, or 5 challenges and 5 solutions for economical and issue from an unprecedented population agents to increase unemployment, from global leadership in place to presenting conflicts, from resources security to volatile global food supplies. The world faces a series of interconnected challenges. The Global Agenda Council on Women's Empowerment aims to light how women empowerment is a part of the solutions to these challenges. This compendium outlines how women's advancement may impact and provide solution to 5 specific global challenges. The 5 challenges was demography, leadership, food, security, and architecture, sustainability, and resource scarcity, conflict. This report consists 5 concepts: issue, description, and link each challenge to women empowerment and gender. We will discuss by shedding light on a link between women's empowerment and specific challenges. This commitment aims to provide non-experts with a strong elementary understanding of the impact and the empowering woman and girl can have on their area interest. Now the 5 solutions we said about the 5 challenges, say education, leadership, food, security, and communication. The 5 solutions that empower women and girls around the world. One, or the first one, SMS-driven toolkit, improves maternal and child health. Those utilities post-mobile technology and healthcare toolkits to prevent maternal deaths in Kenya and Tanzania. With personalized message platform and voice technology, parents can track their child vaccination schedule and clinic or appointments and learn about natalities and family planning advice. So the SMS and mobile application around the world can provide a safety for women to connect to their parents and to their friends. The second solution, mentorship, teachers, entrepreneurship, and workforce readiness to young students. Youth account of 60% of all unemployed people in Africa. Educate wants to change that via its mentorship program. Young men and women in an agenda and Rwanda. Secondary school get particular skills training and join students business club to learning to solve problems by starting social enterprise and community project. Success rate 94% of educates. Graduates now run a business, hold a job, or attended university. So this is second solution we will apply in all around the world to solve the challenge of education. Women's coding school bridge gender gap. This is the most important solution to empowerment women around the world. Coding, learning coding is a very, very useful to give the woman independent and to be an empowerment for women. Now, a lot of online platforms to learn programming, to learn ITC, to learn IT skills. It is the future for all the world. So I advise all women to learn programming, to learn computer science. There is a lot of free platforms to learn that. You can start from now to be power woman. Insurance for women's health care and safety needs in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, Green Delta Insurance have filled a market gap to tackle women's health care by offering a complete service covering women's insurance and safety needs called NIBTEDA. The service includes insurance options tailored to needs of Bangladesh women. A digital platform with lifestyle and healthcare information and mobile apps that can be used in times of emergency. This is the solution for the 5 challenges for women. Women must be power, must be educate and learn, not stop to learn, to be independent, to be empowerment woman. I will show example for me. I provide a project for my society. This is project for the women in my society in Egypt and around the world. My project is recycling e-waste. How we recycling e-wasting? By recycling e-wasting, we can create new machines. So this is machines that can help women to increase their income. I collected from slides printers. This is a wasted printers. I collected the slides from wasted printers and create many CNC machine from wasted printers and wasted DVD drive from wasted laptops. And I designed it many CNC machine to help women to be as a source income for them. After, this is my mini CNC machine. This is shapes, 3D shapes from many CNC machine. This is shapes woman can shape it, and they can be as a source income from recycling e-wasting. You can innovate, you can think how I can how I can power or give power for me, not receive power from other. So I received the Exponential Creativity Award around Middle East from this mini CNC machine. Every woman can be creative, can be innovative by learning and learning and learning, not stop learning, to be leaders, to be power woman, to be independent woman. I'm so happy to be with you today. Thank you very much for you.
Yeah, excellent, ma'am. Exceptional creativity. So it is the role of women to be very creative, to give solution to the world with the problems faced by not only women, the whole world. Problem solution could be given by the exceptional women like you, me, and each and everyone present here. And now it's time to thank the honorable speaker who was presented with the wonderful slides. Now I take opportunity to share the screen. Yes, now it's time to thank Dr. Mona Thaman, Vice President of Future Leaders International Academy, Egypt, for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women, Social and Economical Issues and Challenges, organized by Association of Women Empowerment and Child Development of Buy-in for You Press publication, Tamil Nadu, India. And Madam has given 5 challenges and solutions. It's really a wonderful presentation. Thank you for the same. Now it's time to invite our next speaker, Dr. Thiruvalar Selvi. She is from Sivagangai, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, PSY Arts and Science College, Arasanur. And now it's time to invite her for her wonderful session. Ma'am, please.
Very good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, are you hearing, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, audible and visible.
Very good afternoon, ma'am. Respected Mrs. Dr. Subhathra, ma'am, and then Nageshwari, ma'am, Selvarani, ma'am, then Anarmita, ma'am, then my dear friends, international speakers and national speakers, and then another the dear participants. Welcome our session. First of all, thank to Dr.SUBATHRA CHELLADURAI, ma'am, giving to wonderful opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to share my thought with you on important topic for women, social, economical issue and challenges. Lot of information gathered, my friend, delivered the speech or friends. I will list out some problems and solutions for social problems for women. The women is the builder of nation. Then good research. First, we have identified the problems. Problem identification is very important one research. The first in this women empowerment cell, first identified the problem of women. Problem of women. The lot of problems also meet out the problems. Now I have listed out the some problems. The first, women empowerment issue and challenges. The selective abortion and female infanticide. Then my international speakers also shared a lot of problems and solution. Then in the Indian rural areas and urban areas, we have meet out the and this problems is also that. Abortion and female infanticide. Women womb of mother after the fetal sex determination and sex determination and sex selective abortion by the medical care. The Indian women meet out this problem. Then sexual harassment. It is sexual exploitation of girl child at home, streets, transport, office, family members, neighbors, and friends is also. In this situation, we meet out the main problems for girl child. Then dowry and bride burning. Generally, the rural urban areas, women and girl child, we will meet out in this problem. Generally, based by women of low or middle class family during after the marriage, parents of boys and demand a lot of money from the bride family. In this situation, we are creating some quarrels and some problems also create that. Then finally, we are divorce is also enrolled that. This is in this situation of creating some domestic violence. This is one of the dowry and bride forming. The still date is very important issue of problem of women. Then disparity education. Disparity education. It's also enrolled that rural areas. Rural areas meet out that disparity education. The one family is also available to the girl child, available in girl child and male child. In this situation, the parents we are given to opportunity for professional courses, male people. Then girl students is also 10th or 12th and degree is also enrolled there. This is one of the disparity of education is also enrolled that rural areas, urban areas is also there. Child marriage. The next main problem, the Indian villages and urban areas, we have meet out the child marriage. The child marriage is otherwise called yearly marriage. What are the purpose of enrolling the child marriage? They escape that dowry. Then born that child girl in this situation, the parents also think that how to marry that particular girl child. In this situation, why? Because in this situation, we have meet out the lot of problems for marriage status. This is one of the child marriage is main problems of Indian villages and urban areas. We have meet out that problem. Then the entrepreneurs in this session, we have important topic. I will discuss that. The women entrepreneur, we have meet out the lot of problems is also that. Then problems of purchasing raw materials. Then already told that the social problems of women. Then still now I have told that problems of women entrepreneur. The women entrepreneur, the women economy. It's one of the strength of Indian economy. In this situation, women entrepreneur, we go meet out the lot of problems. For example, problem of purchasing raw materials. The raw material, one entrepreneur, we have depend upon the lot of suppliers. In this situation, we have meet out the lot of problems. Why? Because male people is also enrolled that supplying raw materials. Then making the marketing problem. Its main problem, the women entrepreneur meet out that marketing problem. What is the marketing problem in this pandemic period is also very familiar one, digital marketing, then unaware of digital marketing, then how to deliver that other country, then export import procedure is not aware that women entrepreneur. Why? Because in this lot of documentation procedures also there, export and import. In this situation, marketing problems are also affected that women entrepreneur. Then problem of finance, the lifeblood of the business is very important one. Finance in this adequate business is also not that. In this situation, affecting the women entrepreneur. Then infrastructure problems, then stiff competition. In this very important problem for me to the women entrepreneur, stiff competition is also that. The very well educated and very popular, very knowledgeable male people also enrolled that business. In this situation, does not bad that stiff competition, the finally lack of the mark. This is one of the main problem for women entrepreneur. Then it's a very important one, male dominations of the society. The women entrepreneur, we have meet of the male domination. And I'm also ready to business. In this situation, does not permitted that we have go to particular business society. This is one of the male dominations also that. Then lack of business information, then low risk taking ability, then lack of education availability, then family problems is also there, women entrepreneurs. And this is problem. In this problems also rectify that. Then I have finally conclude that how to rectify that problems, the problems of women entrepreneur. Then how to create the women empowerment problem. We have to given to some good education for child, girl child and the women's, and then law related education, and given to sexual education, and given to women rights information, and then women empowerment related information. And then governments also set up the separate policy of women's. This is one of the my opinion for women empowerment. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Well said. Still, I also see some kind of disparity is existing in education, where girl child is supposed to send to arts and science college, where such professional courses are meant for boys. Is there even they're available in not only in rural areas, even in the urban areas also. Parents are even selecting the education, the level of education and the courses selection is typically made like that. So that was really highlighted by you in your presentation, and other things about women empowerment is really very good to have you here and your presentation. And thank you on behalf of the Association of Women Empowerment and Child Development. And now it's time to thank Dr. Thiruvalar with the certificate of accreditation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Thiruvalar, this is to certify. This certificate is proudly presented to Dr. C. Thiruvalar, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, PSY Arts and Science College, Arasanur Sivagangai, for serving as a keynote speaker in the Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now it's time to invite our last but not the least speaker. Now she is missing. I don't know whether she is available from any other device. Valliammal madam is missing. She was there, actually. I saw her. So I will give a call to her and I'll invite her. She is the last presenter. And in the meanwhile, we can have a discussion on whatever we spoke now. So I'll give unmute options to all the participants. There are so many issues we discussed, so many issues and challenges we faced are being discussed global level in the global platform. Let us have a discussion on the same. Dr. Shahima is present here. Dr. Sobita, Dr. Rajeshwari, Dr. Ruby Jacinta, and Parimala Fatima ma'am, Shanmukha Revati ma'am. You're all welcome to share your thoughts and views. You're most welcome. Nachiyar ma'am, you're most welcome. Jayanti ma'am, you're free and open to speak. Dr. Mailsami ma'am, Mailsami sir, you're also welcome to share your thoughts on the same, the issues and problems faced until now, whatever we spoke and discussed. Mercy ma'am, you can unmute and speak. Nageshwari ma'am. You all have given unmute options. So you can, yeah, anybody can unmute. It's now time to share your opinions too. Selvarani ma'am, shall we conclude? Any words of conclusion from Nageshwari ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am.
Selvarani
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Your before
I
vote
will
of thanks, yeah, before vote of thanks, your words of conclusion is much expected. I feel words from you regarding the issues and problems faced by women. Any challenges you face? Yes, Mercy ma'am. Oh, your audio is mute. Unmute. Kindly unmute and speak. Selva ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, we cannot hear you. Any thoughts you wanted to share today?
No, ma'am. The entire presentation is very good, ma'am. Super, really. The inspirational thought about the women's Global Women's Conclave 2021. Dr. Elizabeth, ma'am, Queen Elizabeth, ma'am, sharing their views. Very good, ma'am.
Yeah, really. Yes, you can. Yes.
Very good morning. Very good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. Parimala Fatima, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Really, it's a good conference that is empowered women. Definitely, we should know there is a need of an hour. It is an emerging area. All speakers are very good. We are listening and enjoying the talk. First of all, I want to thank you only because you have organized such a good conference. Really, we enjoyed. Thank you very much for the opportunity given.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Nachiyar ma'am, any words from you? So I always would like to call Dr. Meenakshi as Nachiyar. Yes, now it's time to conclude our session with the words of conclusion from Dr. Nageshwari ma'am, and over to Dr. Selvarani ma'am for vote of thanks. Nageshwari ma'am, anything to be shared? Yes, without your words of conclusion, we won't wind up.
Ma'am, hats off to you. We came to know that so many problems faced by women, both economically and socially, culturally. So our international and national speakers, they have given awareness about all the problems and issues faced by women. Because of you only, ma'am, we came to know everything statistically. They have illustrated everything with statistical facts and evidence. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Really, we have to congratulate Subhadra ma'am and all the international speakers and national speakers for their wonderful performance and valuable suggestions given by our participants also. So I thank you and the speakers as well as the participants, because without participants, it won't be nice. So I thank all the participants, those who are virtually present for this international conference. Thank you one and all for the opportunity given to me. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And at this juncture, I would like to give an announcement on behalf of the Association for Women Empowerment Child Development. When you help a woman fulfill her potential, magic happens. And we need to live in a culture that values and respects and looks up to and idealizes women as much as men. And in future, there will be no female leaders. There will be just a leader, just be leaders. There is no kind of discrimination as saying male leader and female leader. There will be leaders, that's all. So what we are planning is to do is the first part I mentioned as when you help a woman fulfill her potential, magic happens. So keeping this as a words of as a task for the AWACD, that is AWECD, Association for Women Empowerment Child Development, we would like to have an initiative to launch product demonstration, product launching. Demonstration come product launch with some innovative ideas of budding entrepreneurs, not with investments and starting with the venture. So we are planning to motivate women to start and come up with their ideas and to launch their product in the common platform. And that will act as a motivation for every woman to come up with the business ideas, come with the, that will give an economic solution to. So that is an initiative we are going to take. And every month we'll have a program on this, offline program, district level and the state level, to launch new products by the rural as well as urban women. It is not that rural women should come with the new product. Even the urban women should join hand together to uplift rural women. And there is going to be the motto and the logic behind women empowerment, where we are working on and we are planning to work upon. So with this, once again, I thank all the participants and the speakers present virtually in this platform. Thank you once again. Over to Dr. Selvarani ma'am for formal vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, ma'am. A great good noon to everyone. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. First of all, I am very grateful and thankful to God, the Almighty, for making this conference in a grand success. On behalf of our Association for Women Empowerment and Child Development, with great honor and pleasure, I feel very happy to propose vote of thanks for this auspicious occasion of Global Women's Conclave 2021 and Virtual International Conference on Women's Social and Economical Issues and Challenges. Success is simple: do what's right, the right way at the right time. Yes, today our association achieving the great success and empower the women through this conference. Here, I would like to thank Srimati Aradmeta ma'am, founder and president of Srishti Bharat Foundation, Ahmedabad, for providing such a wonderful inaugural address. Thank you, ma'am. Individually, we are in one drop. Together, we are an ocean. Yes, today, our association having such a great people of ocean for various resource speakers from national and international level for this Global Women's Conclave 2021. Here, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all esteemed delegates of this conference for their presence and contribution to make this webinar in a great success. I would like to thank Dr. Muthumaina ma'am from Indonesia for delivering the insightful and colorful presentation about the rise of women in technology and social media. Thank you, ma'am. Then I thank Dr. Bloomin Reggie ma'am from Thoothukudi for explaining briefly in women's economic empowerment and focusing the educational attainment in society. Thank you, ma'am. My special thanks to Rania Lambo ma'am from Greece for addressing the powerful thoughts about social justice, women's rights, and sexual harassment. Thank you for your valuable address, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to express my gratitude, Dr. Gandhivati ma'am from Aruppukkottai. Thank you for your powerful presentation about female labor force participation rate in India. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my gratitude to Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth ma'am from UK for the thought-provoking speech about empower yourself. Really, your message inspiring us to flourish the women's society, ma'am. Thank you so much. I thank Dr. Thiruvalachelvi ma'am from Sivagangai for a clear-cut explanation about the women's social and economical issues and challenges. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to thank Dr. Mona Taman ma'am from Egypt for her motivational 5 challenges and solutions of women's in nation. Thank you, ma'am. Then I thank Dr. Shanti Saravanan ma'am from Chennai for their effective presentation about women's social and economical issues and challenges. Thank you, ma'am. My special thanks to each and everyone for serving a great key role, inspiring thoughts and giving well-said explanation about the women's issues and challenges. My heartfelt thanks to every one of you. Thank you, everyone. And my sincere thanks to our today's program coordinator, our founder president, Dr. SUBATHRA CHELLADURAI ma'am. She is the icon of benchmark of everyone. Always I mentioned that she is the empowered women, empower other women. Today also she empowered us through this virtual mode, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
My lovely thanks to Dr. Nageshwari ma'am and Dr. Krishnakumari ma'am, who has always given their support and encouragement. Both are our pillar of our forum, and also they make us this function for a grand success. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Today, my special gratitude to our Vice Principal, Sister Dr. Sabin Mary, for her presence and contribution makes us very happy and enthusiastically. Thank you, Sister. Once again, I thank one and all for making this conference a successful, meaningful, and grateful one. Thank you all.
So thank you. A special thanks to the person who proposed thanks wholeheartedly. Thank you, Dr. Selvarani ma'am, for your wonderful vote of thanks. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.